10 ways to fight your fears. Whatever it is that scares you, here are 10 ways to help you cope with your day-to-day fears and anxieties. These tips are for people who are coping with everyday fears. Step number 1. Take time out. It's impossible to think clearly when you're flooded with fear or anxiety. The first thing to do is take time out so you can physically calm down. Distract yourself from the worry for 15 minutes by walking around the block, making a cup of tea or having a bath. Step number 2. Breathe through panic. If you start to get a faster heartbeat or sweating palms, the best thing is not to fight it. Stay where you are and simply feel the panic without trying to distract yourself. Place the palm of your hand on your stomach and breathe slowly and deeply. The goal is to help the mind get used to coping with panic, which takes the fear of fear away. Step number 3. Face your fears. Avoiding fears only makes them scarier. Whatever your fear, if you face it, it should start to fade. If you panic one day getting into a lift, for example, it's best to get back into a lift the next day. Step number 4. Imagine the worst. Try imagining the worst thing that can happen, perhaps it's panicking and having a heart attack. Then try to think yourself into having a heart attack. It's just not possible. The fear will run away the more you chase it. Step number 5. Look at the evidence. It sometimes helps to challenge fearful thoughts. For example, if you're scared of getting trapped in a lift and suffocating, ask yourself if you have ever heard of this happening to someone. Ask yourself what you would say to a friend who had a similar fear. Step number 6. Don't try to be perfect. Life is full of stresses, yet many of us feel that our lives must be perfect. Bad days and setbacks will always happen, and it's important to remember that life is messy. Step number 7. Visualize a happy place. Take a moment to close your eyes and imagine a place of safety and calm. It could be a picture of you walking on a beautiful beach, or a happy memory from childhood. Let the positive feelings soothe you until you feel more relaxed. Step number 8. Talk about it. Sharing fears takes away a lot of their scariness. If you can't talk to a partner, friend or family member, you could also try cognitive behavioral therapy approach. If your fears aren't going away, you can ask your GP for help. GPs can refer people for counseling, psychotherapy or help through an online mental health service. Step number 9. Go back to basics. Lots of people turn to alcohol or drugs to self-treat anxiety, but this will only make matters worse. Simple, everyday things like a good night's sleep, a wholesome meal and a walk are often the best cures for anxiety. Step number 10. Reward yourself. Finally, give yourself a treat. When you've made that call you've been dreading, for example, reinforce your success by treating yourself to a massage, a country walk, a meal out, a book, a DVD, or whatever little gift makes you happy.